Hey guys, Johnny here in Short Shaft, coming at you from a mostly cloudy central Pennsylvania. Got back from Fishersville, Virginia. All right, I got this pesky squealing sound, and it is starting to drive me bananas. The whole way down, the whole way back, I couldn't get away from that squealing sound. You may have heard it in the videos. I heard it when I was editing. I thought, well, maybe I'm over speeding that. Maybe it wasn't designed for that RPM. Dad was telling me last night, these are good for 10,000 RPM. So thanks, Dad, for doing that research and easing my mind. I guess they use these in Indy cars. So we're set for 200 mile an hour, buddy. Anyways, I thought maybe when I welded this, I overheated it and maybe affected the heat treatment in this axle steel. This is of course, I didn't weld this one, of course, but this one is welded. This flange is welded to this outer bearing race with a special nickel filler. I thought maybe, well, geez, I hope I didn't ruin that. Fear not, my friends. Let me get you in here close. I'll be darned if this darn axle, let me turn it the right way. Nope, that's the wrong way. Is this shiny? This thing is still rubbing. See how that shiny that is? That's still rubbing there. I don't believe it. And when I'm going down the road, this thing must squat, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch. So it's a clearance issue, not a bearing issue. I'm very happy about that. That eases my mind significantly. So I'm gonna just address this. I'll have to take this stupid strut back out of here and do some more work to it. Okay, you can see where it was rubbing here. It's rubbed some of the yellow paint off. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really convinced that's where all that noise was coming from, but I'm gonna address this and then keep on keeping on, I guess. I don't know. Just working on this bulkhead, recessed bulkhead for my 12-volt auxiliary power for the refrigerator, which is going to be in the box where I'm sitting right now. I wanted to get 12 volts out of the shelter and in a way that wouldn't destroy the bulkhead if I hit it with something. Let's say I had a digging bar leaning up here somewhere or something like that, and it fell over and it came across this and knocked the bulkhead right off of the front of the shelter. I didn't want that. Or let's say I'm setting this shelter. I can't really dilly-dally too much here, but real quick, if I were setting the shelter down in a truck bed, like an M37 truck bed, and this was sticking out the front, well, I could clip the front edge of the bed pretty easy with this, because I think this is pretty much an exact fit for an M37. Anyways, I'm gonna put the rest of these in. When you're doing these patches, you work out from the center of each side. That's what it says in the manual anyways. That's what I do. Works well for me. This is, I'll show you what caulking I use. This is Alex Plus. Works well for me. You guys that have been, this is an acrylic latex called Plus Silicone. It's remains a little flexible. And then I usually paint over that so it doesn't dry out and crack in the sun. Those of you that have followed along long enough remember me recaulking this entire shelter, and I went through, because I don't know anything, I went through a few different brands of caulking before I came down on what works, which is that Alex Plus. And then on the roof I have that clear through the roof stuff. You can put it down on wet material and it will still bond. It's petroleum based, I believe. That stuff, 2 thumbs way up. That stuff works very well also. So I had these seams. You know I'm gonna keep talking and this stuff's gonna set up. These seams right here that go back, these horizontal seams, that is through the roof. There was so much water in this that I couldn't get, anytime I put caulking on that seam, it just blew it out. It was so wet here. So I tried that through the roof, it set up. When you put these patches in here, you run a bead of caulking around where the rivets would go, okay? Sometimes I'm not satisfied with the seal here between the skin and the patch. So I just run a bead on the outside too, and sometimes I'll leave a little hole in the bottom in case there's anything gets behind this. Then I just point it out with a drill bit. That gives me a nice clean line to scrape that off then later. This stuff you can just pick off of there, you know, or sometimes I'll take a wet rag and clean that off before it sets up. Then there's your patch. Now I'll go through here with the hole saw, this hole saw actually. Then the bulkhead will get screwed in there. I'll Loctite the fasteners, and that'll be that. Actually, first I'm going to pull the wires through and solder them, then back them through there. All right, and that's the next step. Honey, I'm home. A little bit of this wizardry here. This is a deburring tool. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So go around there like that. Check that out. Deburred. And you can actually go around the inside of things too. It takes a little bit of dexterity. I'm just going to go inside and do it from the inside. Come on now. Oh God. No, they're definitely not going anywhere now, are they? What the heck? What the heck? That's pretty darn good. And once that blue Loctite sets up, that's not going anywhere. All right, that's a job well done. The hasp is on. What I didn't realize is with hasps like these, I've seen them in the past. They have a hinge right here because of the geometry of this. It won't go down over the locking tab. It won't work. You have to have another hinge here. So I have to go buy a hinge. I'll cut this off and weld the hinge right here and then repaint it. But it's mounted. Smoke the tungsten, but that'll do. Not my finest work. Hey guys, making some progress on this tongue box here. You see we got some vent holes in the back, vent slots in the front. No cooler's chugging away here, 39. It's on eco mode right now. See our bulkhead I put in there with a weatherproof quarter turn connector. Got a cable off of Amazon. I think that's about a 10-footer. Now, if I wanted to pull this out of here and set it out here somewhere or over there under the awning, I can with the longer cable. I almost cut that short. I'm glad I didn't. Went to Ace this morning. Got some hanging hardware here. I think I'm gonna put something like that in here. See, I got little eye screws to hold my stove in place. But I need to hang up some hoses and cables, so I think I'm gonna try this here. Let you know what I find out. Hey guys, Johnny and the Warhorse here, coming at you from the 5th layer of hell, actually. Also known as Central Pennsylvania. Extreme heat warning yesterday and today. That don't stop me though, we have stuff to do. As you can see, I yanked the wheels off of the Jeep. I was gonna take them to Walmart and have them do the work for me, but they don't have anything open until Tuesday. It's Thursday today, and I need to get this done. So I'm gonna do them. The hang up was I wanted to balance these tires. Sometimes I balance my wheels and sometimes I don't. You never can tell with me. But I said, well, why don't I put some balance beads in there? And I went to Dunham's today. Got me some Colt. That's fitting. Colt brand airsoft BBs, non-biodegradable. And I'll put some of them in there. That'll help balance it out. What else I got at Dunham's? Got some adventure meals. These were buy one, get one half off the month of July 2026 at your local Dunham's. So check them out if you're watching this in time. I changed tires the old-fashioned way with bars and spoons and a Ken tool bead breaker. So I'm just gonna take this is vintage. I have a few of these on my vehicles. It's a valve cap, valve gut removal tool. So we're just gonna let the air out of them tires and break them down. I'm gonna look online and see how much airsoft BBs I'm supposed to put in each tire. You like my thick Pennsylvania accent? That one's getting ready to shoot out of there. Huh? Right. Oh, if it gets too hot, it will. Good morning, Convoy Crazies. Johnny here. I'm heading to Harbor Freight before it gets too hot. Dad talked me into buying one of those tire changing tools that you have down here. It's gonna be a little bit easier than changing these little tires by hand or fighting me too much here. Okay? Well, that one's gone forever. Thought I had a hold of it, but I didn't. That one went off into outer space. I'll just put a new valve stem in it. works around here. Boy, am I thankful this is the last one. Thank goodness. Okay, so I don't feel too bad for struggling with the bead breaker, the hand bead breaker, because these are just some tough nuts to crack. Jeez. do be that. I can't believe how difficult those old tires were to get off of these rims. It's not like they were on there 30 years, you know. They were on there like 2 years. It's unreal. They were 80 PSI tires. Maybe that had something to do with it. My ex had them on her Trailblazer. First time I saw them, I was like, 80 pounds! Holy pokers, buddy. But boy, did they roll good. As you can well imagine. Just get in here and pop that last little bit. Just glance this with the hammer. That's close enough. This is a lot of work.